Toki Wright, Tokiwright.
Awesome. And you are a hip hop artist out of Twin Cities, correct?
Yep. Artist, musician, teacher. I'm the department head of the hip hop studies program at McNally Smith College of Music in St. Paul. It's the first fully accredited hip hop studies program in the nation. I also am the vice president of Soul Tools Entertainment, SOUL, space TOOLS Entertainment. It's a multimedia company. We release film, music, do special events. I also write for a weekly called Inside News, do their arts and entertainment. So pretty all around A&E, creativity, community organizing kind of field of work.
So you would say that your main focus is community building and hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get started in the world of hip hop?
I mean, my parents, my mother at least, introduced me to hip hop at a pretty early age. But hip hop was one of the only places where I felt like my voice was valid and I wasn't seen as an outsider. I saw that the artists looked like me and they dressed like me and they were from similar areas and their stories were similar. And I saw them being celebrated in public spaces, and that's what initially attracted me to want to create. But I had been a writer before that. I'd written short stories and things of that nature. But just my curiosity with being held in high regard through your own creativity was always a big factor.
So who were some of those people that you identified with as far as looking like them and dressing like them?
Yeah, or me wanting to dress like them,
right.
like them as well. There's a lot of different artists throughout, my childhood. People like Slick Rick, Special Ed, Redman, Method Man, Wu-Tang Clan, Razzcast. I mean, the list goes on. Pretty much anything hip hop related, the Fugees. I wanted to soak it up and be a part of it. The Roots, Goody Mob, Outkast, Scarface. A lot of these different artists from different regions of the country. Didn't necessarily see a whole lot of artists from the upper Midwest growing up. It was kind of like a vacuum space in the community, and not knowing where the venues were to perform or how to get into that circle with people was a tough part of being a 14-year-old, wanting to say what you feel or wanting to feel alive. And the more and more that you just kind of be nosy and start to stick your nose into places and ask questions and be bold, the more things that open up to you.
So when was your first musical project?
My first musical project that came out professionally, or
just either or, just an EP mixtape.
Okay, I would say that was 2003. I did a project with I had a group called The Core, and we did a EP, and then we did an album, and then from there I've probably released 4 or 5 other projects. Albums. My latest album is called Pangea with Big Cats. Before that, I released a mixtape called Faders. Before that, I released a mixtape called Blackmail. Before that, I released an album called A Different Mirror on Rhymesayers. And and I had like a few other mixtape projects in there. One called Low Budget High Quality. And the other one was Low Budget High Quality 2.0 Meal Plan. So how do I, on a very low budget, make something that's quality and value, at least valuable to me?
So you released a different mirror on Rhymesayers. How did you catch their attention?
Well, I have been throwing a lot of events in the cities, and also I was executive director of a youth organization called Yoga Movement. So we were holding monthly events in the Twin Cities. We ended up throwing